How's it going, guys? Impoc from here, coming at you with another reveal video. So, I was gonna take a little break from this whole everyday reveal stuff and just wait till Friday to when Bandai released the whole list of cards for me to go over with. Uh, but today they decided to be sneaky again, and they just released, I guess, the whole list for this week, maybe, or maybe they're still planning to release stuff tomorrow, or maybe there's just so much that the few days that they have isn't enough to release it until the actual release of the set. So they just decided to just do a huge chunk of them today. But they just released a bunch of cards that they haven't revealed yet. It's weird. Like they revealed a few cards, but then they put a lot of other cards on the card list, the official page on their website. So I'm gonna try and go over them. I already went over a few of these with you guys. Uh, so what I'm gonna do is just ignore the ones that I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen, the ones they revealed like the past few days ago, and just hit the ones that they just revealed today because it's a bunch of stuff still that they just revealed. But anyways, let's get right into it because I think it's gonna be a long video otherwise. But we saw this card, Ender 20. It's a great leader. Uh, Sell any Android support is pretty good with this. Uh, this one I think they revealed yesterday. Same thing with this. This one's a new one that we haven't seen yet. At least I don't believe so. Uh, it's a 1-drop Android 19 Energy Fiend. Activate main once per turn. Choose one card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Draw one card. Okay, it's not terrible. It lets you draw consistently per your turn, so it's not all that bad. I mean, you pay one. It's one for one essentially. So if you don't need something, or you want to bring, because you can bring stuff out from the drop area with the leader, so it doesn't always hurt to just drop it. But yeah, this card's not that bad. This one's a new one too. Well, at least I believe so. I can't remember what they revealed, but anyways, Android 18 Covert Combatant. It just has critical and barrier. It's a weird choice, but again, there might be a way to cheat it out, like I said before. I mean, you can bring it out from the drop area and just 20,000 power with critical is not bad for a 3-drop. But yeah, just defend it. If you can defend it, then you have a 20-drop critical. Not bad. Let's keep going. This one I think they revealed yesterday. This is new, Android 13, because I think we've only seen a few, an Android 15 maybe, and that's it. But we knew that Android 13 was going to get more support from that card, and it seems that we have it here. We have Android 13 Red Ribbon Raider. It's a 4-drop, green. Union Absorb for a green and yellow. Choose one Android 14 card and one Android 15 card in your drop area and place them under this card. If your leader card is an Android card, choose up to one Android 13 card in your hand with an energy cost of 7 or less and play it on top of this card. That's pretty good. The fact that I don't know. I think you might have to hardcast this, and I can't. Well, actually, does the leader bring out 4-drops? Sorry about this. Let me check. Nope, 3-drop or less. But it might be easier way to bring this card out. Either way, that's pretty good. I believe the old Android 13 card is a 7-drop. So this is a great way to bring that out. But yeah, it looks like we're getting more Android 13 support. And like, I'm not a fan of the archetype, but I'm glad that people that did like this deck are getting support for it. And I'll be glad to see me playing against it. It'll be interesting. But anyways, it has second ability, auto. If your leader card is an Android card, at the end of a battle in which you combo with this card from your hand, play this card in rest mode. Okay, so that's how you're bringing out easier. And it's a 2-drop combo. So essentially, you can do the whole thing in one turn. You combo with this at the end of the battle. We're bringing out this out in rest mode, and then you can play the 2 energy instead of paying its 4 cost. To hardcast it. But yeah, it seems pretty good for Android 13. This is new. Topo Gaze of Justice. It's a 1-drop. If your leader card is a Universe 11 card, when you play this card, or it is placed in the drop area from a battle area by a skill, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and places it in the drop area. You can't activate Topo Gaze of Justice skill for the duration of the turn. I don't know how good this is. It doesn't seem all that good, but maybe it'll be kind of broken, maybe. But the fact it just discards one card. I guess you could do it every turn, but still, it doesn't seem all that great. It's all right, I guess. Let's keep going. This is another one. So I think we only saw like yellow Universe 11 stuff and green yellow also, but I think this is the first green ones we've seen. So we have a 1-drop Cocotte Technique Unleashed. Activate main. If your leader card is a Universe 11 card, you have a Universe 11 card in play, and you choose one card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Oof, that's a lot to say. So basically, leader card is 11, Universe 11. You have one in play, and you drop a card from your hand. Play this card from your drop area, and you can play Cocotte Technique Unleashed for the duration of the turn. Okay, again, that's pretty good because I think you need a board of Universe 11 for the Jiren effects to go off, and we already know some of the newer ones require you to have a bunch of Universe 11s on the field. So this is a good way to get one out. We have another one here. This is a new one. Zorei Justice Spin. Active main. If you have a Universe 11 card in play and you send this card from your drop area to your warp, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 1 and KO it. That's not bad. I know there's a lot of tricky one drops sometimes. Like the Frieza, let's say the new Frieza they revealed. If you can't get rid of it, this is an easy way to get for Universe 11 to get rid of it. Just warp this in your drop area and then you just KO it, you just kill it before you attack, and then you don't have to worry about it constantly reducing your power. But yeah, this one's pretty good. Keep going. Okay, so we're starting to get Universe 4. We haven't seen this guy in since Tournament of Power, I think. Avian Assault Ganos. If your leader card is green, at the end of the battle in which you combo with this card from your hand, play this card in rest mode. Okay, more free play. Choose one of your battle cards and place it in its owner's drop area. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 3 or less and KO it. So 1 for 1, I guess. You might get rid of something you don't need anymore, or I don't know, whatever it is. Okay, so far it's not terrible. The fact that you play for free and it's a 3-drop, it's great for successor. So maybe we're getting more Universe 4 support. So we'll see, I guess. Alright, more Universe 11 stuff. We have Belmont Double Devastation. 4-drop green. Blocker. Activate main. Choose 3 of your battle cards and place them in their owner's drop area. Play this card from your hand. Okay, that seems a little steep, but you never, like I said, you get a bunch of cards on your field for Universe 11, so maybe it'll be good. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So not bad, the fact that it has no energy restriction. It might make it good. You might run 1 or 2 of these in case you want to get rid of a big hitter that doesn't have barrier, obviously, because this doesn't get past barrier. But it's okay, not terrible. Let's keep going. Oh look, more Android 13 stuff. Artificial Impact. It's a green extra card, 3-drop. Yeah, it's one that we've been getting a bunch of these 3-drops for every color, so this is probably the one for green. So permanent, yep, active battle from your hand without paying its energy cost, and choose up to one of your leader cards, battle cards. Yeah, so they all do that pretty much. They just get plus 5,000 power. So it's like a Sentinel Bean essentially. But the active main is if your leader card is green, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, KO it, then choose one card in your opponent's hand and place it in their drop area. That's pretty strong. All these three drops have been really, really good. The only one, no, actually, no, they're all great. They're all been ignoring barrier. It's all removal, pretty much. You get rid of something on the board, ignoring barrier, and then they have something extra. In this case, your opponent discards a card. But yeah, I have yet to see one bad one of these. Blue, I think blue, red were great. I think we saw black also. Black was also great. And this one's great also. So maybe we'll see the other ones this time around. Yes. This is a new one. Android 18 under your skin. It's a 4-drop yellow blocker. Activate battle once per turn. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. I don't know. It's okay, I guess. Again, if you can cheat it out, it'll be pretty decent. 20,000 blocker. I guess that's the reason you would use it. And active battle. Oh, I didn't see active battle. I didn't realize. That makes it slightly better because you can, when your opponent attacks with their leader or something, you can choose to rest one of their cards so they can't attack with it. So yeah, it's a little better than I thought, but for a 4-drop, I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay, another Android 17 Titan Toppler. It's a 3-drop yellow. Permanent. If your leader card is an Android card, your opponent has a battle card in play with an energy cost greater than their current energy, and you have no cards in play in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. So it's a little weird, but that's not like out of the realm of possibility. People have cards that are higher than their current energy all the time, so it's not a stretch to say that you can bring this out pretty consistently. Let's see what it does. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, negate its skill for the duration of the turn, and it can't be switched to active mode during your opponent's next charge phase. That's pretty good, especially if you could bring it out for free. That's not bad. So let's keep going. Okay, so more Android 13 support. Android 14 Stoic Fist. 4-drop yellow. We've seen a lot of 4-drops lately. Okay, so if your leader card is an Android 13, so it looks like we're gonna get an Android 13 leader. I don't know, we haven't passed it, so maybe it'll be yellow. If your leader card is an Android 13 card and you choose this card in your hand and one Android 15 card in your hand and place them in the drop area, choose up to 2 cards in your life, add them to your hand, draw 1 card, then your opponent chooses 1 card in the hand, places it in the drop area. That's pretty good self-awakening. So you plus 2 cards in your life, so you go from 8 to 6 or 6 to 8 or whatever the case, if you want, or it's up to 2. You don't even have to if you're already at 4 or if you're below 4. But then you get to draw a card, so you plus 1 no matter what, and your opponent discards 1, so they minus 1. I'd say that's pretty good. Well, I guess you do discard 2 cards, discard and Android 15. So I guess it balances out a bit, but you do need those 2 cards in the drop area for the Android 13 to Union absorb them. So I guess it worked out. But all in all, yeah, this card's pretty good. Pretty good support for Android 13. And I guess that's the first page done. Whew, we got a lot of stuff to go. We're still at barely page 2, as you can see. And we still got 3 and 4. I'm pretty sure all those have a bunch of new cards. This one, I think, is new. When you play this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and switch it to rest mode. Again, a lot of things ignoring barrier. Switching something to rest mode is always good because although it's not a straight up removal, it'll give you the opportunity to remove something by attacking into it. So it's not always bad. Then we have active battle. Once per turn for 1 energy, this card gets plus 5,000 power for duration of the turn. Then choose up to 1 Kale or 1 Kaba card with an energy cost of 2 or less in your hand and play with its skills negated for the duration tone. Ooh, almost had like a really great card. But even then, being able to bring out a Kale means that you might be able to evolve over her with the 4-drop Kale. Kaba, I'm not sure what's a good 2-drop Kaba with, because there's that Searcher, but since its skills is negated, I don't know why you would want to bring a Kaba out. But I can't really remember any good Kabas. But either way, this seems like a pretty strong ability. All in all, I say this is pretty good. Let's keep going. Kushni, we saw this one, gives all Universe 11 barrier. But with this set, it seems a lot less powerful, but still pretty good. This is a new one. Vuon Dynamite Blaster. It's just a blocker for Universe 11. I guess you just bring it out with, I don't know, with some stuff. Or you can just pay 1 energy for it. And it's just protection, I guess. Okay, this is something. Trio of the Dangers, Mark of the Wolves. So, are we just getting a bunch of random universe stuff? Because I know a lot of people that want to play this. I have a friend that loves this, the Trio of the Dangers. So he's probably going to be excited about this card, or if it gets more support. But anyways, 4-drop yellow, it has Deflect, Auto. If your leader card is a Universe 9 card, when you play, so are we getting another Universe 9 card, or is it just support for the old stuff? I don't know. But anyways, if your leader card is a Universe 9, when you play this card, choose up to 2 blue Universe 9 cards with different names and energy costs of 4 or less from your deck. Play them with their skills negated for the duration of the turn, then shuffle your deck. That's pretty good, because if I believe that 4-drop Trio of the Dangers, no, you know what? Screw it. I'm pretty sure that blue drop that was super annoying, that was essentially the Deadly Defender, was a 4-drop. So that's pretty good if this card can bring it out. If there's a way to cheat this out too. But the fact that it's every one, so you can bring out, if you choose this to be Bergamo, Basil, whatever, you can choose the other two, and if you have the field spell out, then there you go, the field spell is active because all 3 cards are out. This is pretty good. That's pretty good support for that. So maybe we'll see somebody try and make this deck good again. We never know. We'll see. So we got Margarita, Adorable Assailant, Universe 11 again. A 2-drop yellow. If your leader card is yellow, so just generic yellow, but okay. When you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards. Negate its skill for the duration of the turn. If the chosen card is in rest mode, it can't be switched to active mode during your opponent's next charge phase. That's not bad, I guess. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not terrible, I guess. I don't know what to make of it, honestly. Auto. If you have green energy, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, choose 1 card in your opponent's hand and place it in your drop area. Again, not terrible. Let's move on. Justice Blast. Okay, so this is the yellow 3-drop. So it has the same basic ignore active battle. Active battle plus 5,000 power. Not bad. So let's see what the active main is. If your leader card is yellow, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, ignoring barrier, negate its skill for the duration of the turn, then KO it. So it has a slight caveat to it, which is that it has to be in rest mode, but it negates its skill and KOs it. Means that if they have an effect like this one, that if it's removed by an opponent's skill or anything else, means that it won't get that effect. So that's pretty good. Like I said, I have yet to see a terrible one. Like the only problem with this one, I said, is it has to be in rest mode. But even then, it's not that bad. The fact that it ignores barrier goes a long way to making it way better. But yeah, again, really good. We have another yellow counter, extra card, light bullet. Counter attack. Negate the attack, then you may choose 2 of your battle cards, switch them to rest mode. If you switch 2 battle cards to rest mode, your opponent can only attack with battle cards 1 more time for the duration of the turn. So this is kind of like a Nimbus. I don't know. I mean, it's not terrible, but why wouldn't you just run Nimbus? Is my question. Discarding 1 card for putting 2 of your cards in rest mode. I don't know. I think Nimbus is better. But either way, they're both pretty good, I guess. Let's move on. Mind Expansion. Active battle. If your leader card is a Universe 11 card, choose 1 of your leader cards and it gets plus 10,000 power and critical for the duration of the battle. That's super good. Like I said, anything that gives anything critical is already pretty good to me. And it's active battle, so you can kind of cheat, like you can kind of get your opponent off guard that way. But yeah, that's pretty good for a 1-drop. Jesus. Anyways, we're in the black stuff. We've seen this stuff also. This one also, I think they revealed it yesterday. This is new, Yakon. I know they revealed that Bobbity that said something about bringing out a Yakon. So here it is. 2-drop Yakon Light Devourer. Uh, Permanent. This card gets plus 5,000 power for each card placed under it. I think there's a similar red one, I think, that's pretty similar to this. When this card attacks, choose 2 cards in your hand and place them under this card. So it'll be a 20 drop, a 20 hitter when you attack the first time. At the start of your main phase, if there are 4 or more cards under this card, place this card in its owner's drop area. So I guess it can only go up to 30,000 at the most before it dies. So I don't know. It seems okay. Not the greatest. Yeah, I probably wouldn't run it. Anyways, let's keep going. Pui Pui, Devious Disruptor. Again, they showed this with the Bobbity. Barrier. Not that great anymore, but it's still pretty good. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. That's a fucking oxymoron. But anyways, permanent. If your leader card is black and you have 2 or less cards in your hand, your opponent can activate counterplay skills. What the hell? That is super strong. So, I guess for black leaders, I would say it's super good. For the Majin Buu leader, is absolutely great because the whole thing, their whole stick for the black Buu leader is that you have no cards in hand, so they'll always mostly have 2 cards or less. For a generic black leader, it seems like this would be good, but how often do they have less than 2 cards in hand? Like, why would they want that? But either way, this seems really strong for the Buu deck. Damn, nah, I don't know what to say. It's just so good. It's pretty good. Let's keep going. We have a Spopovich and Yamu. It's just a 2-drop 20 vanilla card. Keep going. This is the Buu I was saying. See, we can see the Bora, Pui Pui, Yakon, and Majin Buu, whichever you want. So I would probably bring out the Pui Pui. Not the Yakon or Spopovich one, or maybe the Bora. This one seems new, I think. Evolve 3. Auto, when the card evolves into this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and place it under this card. That's super strong. For a 3-drop, you get to just take something. I think it's great because I think this solves a lot of issues. Because there's a lot of cards that still can play stuff from the drop area or stuff like that. But this way you can slow them down a bit because they won't be in their drop area, it won't be in their warp. It'll be on your side of the field. And if they have any effects that they remove on the side of the field, you get the effect because technically you are the master of the card. So any effects that happen if they're removed by skill, you get those effects. So that makes it even better. Let's keep going. We saw this Buu. This Buu is super good. Oh, there's a new one. Demonic Screen Majin Buu. 3-drop black. Active main. Choose one Majin Buu card in your battle area and place this card under it from your hand. If you have no cards in hand, choose up to one Majin Buu card in your battle area and switch it to active mode. That's pretty strong also. I guess it's a way to get past hat check, because it doesn't say you have to choose the one you went under. You can choose a different one. You could if you put this under an active mode one, and you can switch a one that you already attacked with back into active mode. Yeah, this is pretty good. I think it would have been better if it was active main, but I think that would have made it way too good. But overall, A+ on this card. Keep going. I think this one's new. Majin Buu, Virtuous Demon. When you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to one black Majin Buu card among them, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Damn it. It says black. Otherwise, I guess this would have been way too good for just Majin Buu in general. But yeah, obviously it's really good. It's search power, and it's 7 cards, so that's great. Because we've seen top 5 cards of top 3 cards, but 7 is obviously the best one, and yeah, it's really good for a 1-drop. I don't think we saw this card, Capricious Onslaught. Active battle, choose up to one of your leader cards or battle cards, and it gets plus 10,000 power for the duration of the battle. Then, if it's your turn, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it under a Majibu card in your battle area. Again, that's great. Doesn't get past barrier though, so you're limited to barrierless cards. But either way, super good. And this one is active battle, so that gives it a extra little edge of the other one. Whew, I'm running out of breath, guys. I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. Jesus. Give me a second. Petrification. This was new. Counter attack, a 1-drop counter attack. If your leader card is black, negate the attack, and you may choose one card in your hand, place it in the drop area. If you place the card in your drop area, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and it can't attack, be placed in your opponent's combo area or activated skill until the end of your next turn. That is unbelievably good, and is for generic black leaders. That is super good. I mean, it ignores barrier, it can't attack, can be comboed, or activate its skills. That is crazy. And I think what's so great about activate skills is that I think this stops Victory Strike, because it's an auto, I think, or is it a permanent? I think it's a keyword skill. I don't know if those activate technically, but if they do activate, then this technically will stop Victory Strike from winning, because it doesn't negate its effect, it just prevents it from activating. So we'll have to wait and see how they rule that. But if it does, this is really good. I mean, it's already really good just by itself. Anyways, oh wow, we're getting desire cards also. Divine Favor, a 3-drop black, gains desire in all areas. Active main, if your leader card is a Shenron card, so specifically Shenron, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less, ignoring barrier, and shuffle it into its owner's deck. That's super good. I guess this is technically it's 3-drop like the other ones we've seen. It doesn't have the plus 5,000 effect, but I mean it has desire, so it can be played for free technically. So I guess that's enough. But yeah, that's super strong. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't run more than. I mean, I will run 4 in any deck, in the Shenron deck, because this just gets rid of a lot of problems. 3-drop or less, but still, still really strong. Anyways, let's keep going. This is another new card, another desire card. Unexpected Recovery, gains desire. Active main, if your leader card is a Shenron card, choose up to one battle card with an energy cost of 2 and 15,000 power, switch it to active mode, and it gets plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. I don't know what this is geared toward, honestly. 2-drop and 15,000 power, I don't know what the hell has that. But I guess it's for something specific. I don't know how good it is though. Like I said, I can't think of any on the top of my head, so I'd say it's like whatever. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna cut it short here. There's still a bunch of stuff to go over, so I'll make a separate video, and yeah, I'll just see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.